like living in New York here, but I've already become like a jaded New Yorker. I've only been here a couple of years, but like I became a jaded New Yorker almost immediately, right? Like I don't know any other city that like ever would make you contemplate shoving an old person or a child out of the fucking way. Yeah. You're like, I will trip a toddler to get on that fucking L train. I don't give a shit. Yeah, like I'm such a jaded New Yorker. Like last week, my friend texted me. He's like, hey, I'm in town, but I got my wife and a baby. What do you recommend? I was like, you to leave. Get the fuck out of here. Who brings a baby to New York? I'm jaded and I'm angry. That's what it is, man. New York has already changed me. I've already become a different person. I know that. Like, I know I'm completely different than before I moved here. You know what I've now become? I realized this the other day. I've now become one of those people who talks to himself out loud in public. Yeah. You know where it started? In the subway. I was just standing there one day, and out of nowhere, I just go, train's late. People just started looking at me like, yeah, this train is late, dude. You know something. And like 10 minutes went by. I'm like, hey, where the fuck is this train? This is bullshit. And all these people behind me were like, this is bullshit, dude. You know. I was like, what did I just start? And that's when I realized, I go, oh, that's how Donald Trump became president right there. Yeah, that's it. He didn't laugh at that. Now we know where the Trump supporters are in the room. Actually, you know what I really realized? The real thing I realized in that moment was that, you guys know those homeless people that walk around the city screaming at nobody but themselves? Those are people whose train just never fucking came. That's it. That's it. Yeah. It's not drugs. It's not alcohol. It's the MTA of New York. Yeah. Now, the ones that jerk off on the trains, I don't know about that, you know? Maybe just fans of Louis C.K., I don't know. Oh, too sensitive? Fuck you. Okay. That joke was for me, not for you people. It's fun, man. I like it. Here's the thing that I never noticed until I moved here. I never noticed that all New Yorkers, this is a melting pot in this city, right? Like, there's so many different people from all walks of life. I never noticed this until I got here, that all New Yorkers actually have one common thread. One thing that binds them all together. And that thread is that every single New Yorker loves to blame any weird shit that happens, anything out of the ordinary. They blame it on the city of New York. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me explain. I went to get a slice of pizza once, and this guy behind the counter, he goes to take my slice of pizza out of the oven, and he went to go put it on a plate. But then he realized he didn't have any plates. So he just threw the pizza on the counter. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that's a little jarring in the moment, all right? Never seen that before. But luckily for me, there was a New Yorker in line next to me who looked at me and then looked at the pizza and goes, what are you gonna do? That's New York. Is it? Oh, shit. Silly me, I thought it was E. coli the whole time. What? But I hear this excuse all the time. I hear it all the time. Dude, man, the weirdest place I ever heard it was when I was walking through Central Park. And as I'm walking through this park, there's a guy sitting on a bench, and out of nowhere, he jumps off the bench right in front of me. And he takes his shoe off. And he just goes, oh, hell no. And then he threw his shoe at a duck in the pond. What? But luckily for me, there's an old lady that was smoking in the park next to me who just looks at me and goes, that's just New York, baby! Like, my apologies, I thought it was just mental illness, baby! Ridiculous, man. But now you guys know what to say any weird shit happens in New York, right? You're visiting, you live here, it doesn't matter. You know if any weird things go down on the street, on the subway, no matter where you are in New York, you got that go-to phrase for that moment, right? Like, I used this phrase for the first time recently. I did. I was hooking up with this girl. I know a lot of you look at me like, no, you weren't. You guys didn't have to laugh that hard at that. Fuck you guys, all right? God damn it, you guys are looking at me like the Verizon guy does not get laid. I'm sorry. Sprint guy, whatever the fuck you are. Bunch of jerks in this room, okay. But like I said, I was hooking up with this girl, real or not, and everything was going great with this woman. Everything was going really well, but like it happens to the best of us, for lack of a better term, I happened to finish a little early, okay? So I just looked at her and go, oh shit, that's New York.